Hi, this is Charles Brown, and I wanted to talk to you about a project that I've been working on for quite a while. I have been interested in bullet points, and I'm not talking about just average, kind of lame, dull, boring bullet points that you might see in a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. But I'm talking about what I call killer bullet points, where it reaches out and really grabs a reader's attention. Now, bullet points are used by copywriters. They're used by bloggers, by people who are just writing products and writing ebooks and things like that. But the idea is they're just very focused benefit statements that have an awful lot of curiosity attached to it. And what I'm going to do is give you some examples. Now, this right here is a tool that I put together to help me access some of the best resources I found. I just probably spent actually a couple of months of research trying to find the very best information I could find on bullet points. And I'm going to give you examples of what I'm talking about in just a little bit. But this tool I created is just a dashboard tool. Sits on my dashboard. It's I think 640 by 480 pixels, so it's not real big. And you click each button here, and it will take you to a different web link that will help you find this information. So I just did it originally for myself to make this easier for me to access when I wanted to write some good bullet points, and now I'm going to make it available to other people. So let's start with Mel Martin. Mel Martin is the master of this. And by the way, you're going to call these kinds of you're going to hear about these kinds of bullet points called fascinations. And so that's a real common term among copywriters, to call them fascinations. And Mel Martin was the master of them. So let's take a look at some of this. This is if you click this button, you're going to get to this article here. And these are some of the bullet points that he did. Now, he wrote for a publication called Bottom Line Secrets. It came out every year, had a lot of useful information. And this would be, these are examples of some of the bullet points he even put on the outside envelope. Now, this is back in the days of a lot of direct mail. And it would get to people, and they'd see something like, what never to eat on an airplane. Well, if you're about to have a trip in the near future, that's going to be something you're probably going to want to see, and you may open that envelope. And that was the whole point, is to keep people reading and get to the point where they had to pull out their credit cards. So these would be things like he had on the outside of the envelope. But here's some others. What never ever to eat on an airplane. The dirtiest, deadliest airline in the world. How to get VIP treatment in hospitals. How to deduct the cost of your hobby as a business expense, even if you never show a profit. How to get an Oval Office tour of the White House. These are things that Mel did quite well, and these are the kinds of bullet points he wrote. So another person that you just got to find out about is Gary Hallbert. I'm going to exit out of that one. So, all right, sorry about the technical difficulties here. Anyway, let's look for Gary here. I think he's right here. This is his newsletter. I copied one of his newsletters. And what he did here was he was great at writing these kinds of bullet points. But what's so instructive about this one is if you go through it, he gives you an example from a book that he had to write copy for. The book was written by a real estate person on how to sell your house quickly. And he goes through and he finds these sections out of the book and creates a bullet point. And that became part of the sales material to sell this book. So, again, real powerful stuff, very helpful, and things you've just got to, get a hold of. So the next, I don't know why this other window is open, so I'm sorry about that. And I keep clicking it, and it stays up. So that was Gary Hallbert. There's this 21 secrets to ignite your selling copy of your power of your copy. Those are 21 different formulas on how to write these bullet points, and those are excellent. And one last thing I wanted to show you is Ben Settle. I've been a big fan of Ben Settle's for quite a while, and I own this book. But this is a sales letter he wrote to sell his own book, and it's for copywriters. So what does he do? He writes a lot of bullets. I bet there's maybe 50 bullet points throughout the sales letter. There's even, I remember seeing one, it was a bullet point on how to write bullet points, and 3 ways to write irresistible bullet points that almost force people to buy whatever you sell. So he really has this, and this is not an affiliate link or anything like that, but this is simply an example of somebody using these bullet points well, and I thought it was so good that I wanted to include it on this. So now that's basically it. Each of these buttons will take you to a web link that I took time to research, and I thought I'd just make it a lot easier for you. So that's what this is all about, and I'm going to include the same video right here. So good luck with this, and I'd love to hear feedback from you and see how you do. Thanks a lot.